It is baseball time in Texas.
And it's pandemonium behind home plate. The American League West has been won by the Texas Rangers.
I'm Prince Fielder, and you're listening to Rangers Roundup.
Hey, I'm Ian Desmond, and you're listening to the Rangers Roundup.
This is Rangers Roundup.
Welcome into this first edition of Rangers Roundup. I'm Chuck Morgan. Rangers Roundup is a new way to connect with Rangers past, present, and future. The first day of each homestand, we'll publish a new episode, and you can listen during your lunch break or while you take the dog for a walk. I'll discuss upcoming promotions, pull the curtain back on a different aspect of life in baseball, rediscover a historic Rangers moment, catch up with the Rangers alumni, and highlight a special season ticket holder. Now, opening day is tomorrow, and we've got two great promotions the first 3 days of the season. Budweiser opening day magnetic schedule, fans 21 and older, on Monday, April 4th. And then April 6th, the first Texas Chili Company Dollar Hot Dog Day of the season. And both of those are day games. And you know, we've got those magnetic schedules probably go back to the early 1990s when we started giving those away. A great way to put the Rangers schedule right on your refrigerator. Remember where the Rangers are playing that particular day. On the Rangers Foundation front, there have been several recent events worth noting. First, on March 15th, the Texas Rangers Baseball Foundation hosted a baseball fantasy camp with 42 surprise Arizona natives. The camp consisted of throwing, hitting, and catching drills with pitchers Sean Tollison, Nick Martinez, and others acting as instructors. Second, on March 20th, several Just Keep Living participants ran in the Dallas Rock and Roll Half Marathon. Over 20 students ran in the race, and the ones that didn't participated by volunteering at Water Station number 2 on the citywide course. Lastly, in partnership with Globe Life and the Arlington Independent School District, the foundation hosts the program Leading Off, which focuses on giving participants the tools to succeed after graduation. This month's meeting focused on inspiration. Now today I'm going to highlight the sweet song of victory played each time the Rangers win at home. The song is I Like Texas by the great Pat Green. And for several years we tried searching for something that had something to do with Texas that we could play after Ranger wins, and we came up with I Like Texas by Pat Green. Pat's pretty pumped up about the selection as well.
The coolest thing about one of my songs playing after every home win is that one of my songs plays after every home win. Amen. Go Rangers. Love, Pat Green.
The Rangers' first season in Texas in 1972 actually started with a strike, causing the inaugural game to be postponed. Former Texas Rangers starting pitcher Dick Bosman and former Texas Rangers outfielder Tom Grieve explain.
We struck one of the last days we were in Pompano Beach. I remember standing in the clubhouse with Frank Howard, and I said, Champ, you need to stand up there with me when we tell these guys that we're going out, because I'm not sure my shaking legs are going to hold me up. It was the first strike. You know, we were in uncharted territory there. So we said, I'm going to Texas, and Joe Levito and Paul Lindblad went with me, and we drove nonstop all the way there. The guys used to assemble at our place, and we had coffee and donuts, and then we'd go off somewhere to try and find a place to practice.
Well, we didn't have a lot of equipment. I know that. We had some bats and some balls. We couldn't work out at the stadium. None of us were very familiar with the area. So we didn't even find a good high school field or a college field, which I think if we had spent some time, we probably could have found a decent place to work out. No one had a uniform. We were wearing basically street clothes with baseball shoes. The fields were terrible. We had, 15 or 20 mediocre baseballs. We were throwing batting practice to each other. So it wasn't ideal circumstances, but I guess we made the best out of it and did the best we could.
Now it's time to catch up with a guy who is a fan favorite, sharing his name with a lovable green ogre. Well, his nickname at least, Shrek. Kevin Minch, connected for home runs in 7 consecutive games back in 2006. He's always involved with the Rangers Foundation events. Please make welcome to Kevin Minch. Kevin, after retiring from baseball, you've been pretty busy.
No, just taking care of kids. I've got 3 kids now. Chasing them around with sports and everything else, and I also work for a spine company. A buddy of mine's a spine surgeon, so I go into work, early in the morning, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and do a little work there, and then come home and deal with the kids and take them and the sports and everything else. So we're going 7 days a week, really.
All right. Thanks, Kevin. Recently, the Rangers held a Swing for Your Seats event where if you placed a 25% deposit on a 2016 Rangers season ticket plan, you had the opportunity to try to hit a home run at Globe Life Park. 20 fans tried, one succeeded. Byron Anderson.
This is my first year as a season ticket holder. We actually decided that we were going to do it at my son's flag football game. My dad and my father-in-law, basically I told them about the promotion, and they basically got out their credit cards and said, we'll go in a third each if you'll do a third. It's like, because this is something you can do. And so we decided there that I went to D-Bat to hit a couple of baseballs. We got to the ballpark, went inside, and I talked to a guy. It was real nice, and I said, well, what do you think? Do I actually have a chance to do it? Is the wind blowing in? And he goes, well, Michael Young didn't do it today. And so I was like, I don't know about this, because I looked at my wife, and she was just like, just do it. And we went down to the field. So from there on, it was just kind of like a dream. I mean, I just started taking my cuts. Most people point to the end when I pick up my son, and that was the coolest part in the long run. But being selfish, you always, as a baseball player, I never got a chance to play on the Globe Life field, so it was a dream just to hit on it. Actually catching one right and having that feeling. I don't usually run the bases as fast as I did. I was just so excited. Bronson ran out. My wife was holding my daughter. That's why she didn't come out. I'm a lifelong fan. We've never been able to get season tickets, so it's a dream come true to get tickets. I remember going to the games with my family, with my dad when I was a kid. It's family time that we can spend doing something that we all really love.
Thanks for listening to this first edition of Rangers Roundup. Episode number 2 comes your way on April 14th when the Rangers take on Baltimore. We'll revisit the first home game in franchise history. Until next time, I'm Chuck Morgan, and this has been Rangers Roundup. Let's go Rangers.